Did you notice that a certain Prince Harry flew from LA all the way to Shanghai to apparently promote greener travel?
What? What the fuck?
Prince Harry's public image just did a nosedive so steep, even a pilot would scream, "Mayday!" And no, this time it's not the British tabloids or his estranged royal relatives taking the shot. It's South Park, aka the undisputed heavyweight champion of savage takedowns. Their latest episode, Jet Race for Spotlight, doesn't just throw shade, it launches a full-blown solar eclipse on Harry's eco-friendly PR gimmick. What was supposed to be his big climate hero moment at the Envision 2025 summit in China has now turned into a global meme, the kind your cousin shares with in the caption. Imagine flying private to tell people to stop flying. Even irony packed its bags and left the building.
What on earth is Prince Harry doing in China, of all places?
China is this fantastic green utopia and they're so far ahead of us and we should be following China with everything.
South Park doesn't just mock Harry's Travalyst green campaign, it straight up buries it under a runway of roaring jet engines. Cartoon Harry is shown jet hopping like he's collecting miles for clout, not carbon. And the irony? It's not just thick, it's catastrophic. He's preaching sustainability while arriving in a private jet that burns more fuel than a small village in a month. The episode doesn't hint that it hollers, "Hypocrite!" Cartoon Harry lands in a thunderous aircraft, steps into a sea of paparazzi and screaming fans, and poses like a climate messiah. It mirrors reality way too well. This is the same guy who's lectured people on flying less and living simpler, yet reportedly took 20+ private jet trips in a year. Bro's not reducing emissions, he's the final boss of them.
The client has traveled under the radar to Shanghai, where he made an appearance at a global conference on travel.
But Kyle, we just kind of don't care about some dumb prince and his stupid wife.
Talk about, oh, I need my security, the UK's dangerous, blah, 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 blah. And then he's gonna go to Ukraine. And then he's gonna go to Jamaica, and he's gonna go to Colombia, and now he's going to China.
The Guardian and The Times have side-eyed Harry's eco-preaching while he cruises at 40,000 feet on fossil fuels. But now, South Park has turned those raised eyebrows into a full-blown laugh track, turning whispered criticism into a global roast fest.
Look at this town. There's just something about it. Oh, darling, I think this might be the place.
You really think so?
It's so quiet and empty here. If we moved here, then people would think we're really serious about wanting to be normal.
It does seem perfect, doesn't it? We can have a fresh start here. Lead a normal life and have babies.
And let's talk about that title, Jet Race for Spotlight. Catchy? Sure, but also a direct headshot. Because what's Harry's new gig if not a non-stop, high-altitude sprint for relevance? In the episode, Cartoon Harry zips from one summit to another like he's got a carbon-powered compass for attention. He tosses around buzzwords like eco-leadership, resilience, and global cooperation, all while racking up more air miles than sense.
Harry, stop being such a hypocrite. Get with the program. If you're going to talk about it, live it as well. Now, he shouldn't have done that trip. It was ridiculous. He shouldn't have gone on. He could have done it on Zoom. And he's reported as now doing 83,000 miles a year, which is going to take 1,000 trees to offset over the course of an entire 12 months.
While doing pretty much zero to move the needle, Prince Harry remains satire's easiest, juiciest target. And guess what? South Park didn't have to stretch a single truth. Reality did all the heavy lifting.
Can we rally him up here and finally have our own privacy? My love, I will do anything.
In real life, Harry's public gigs are a never-ending loop of grand speeches packed with buzzwords but zero blueprint. He's the king of all talk, no action.
You serious?
A guy who steals the language of grassroots activism, but always from behind velvet ropes, million-dollar sponsors, and his ever-ready private jet. South Park didn't invent this mess, they just held up a giant mocking mirror and cranked the volume to 11. The highlight? The brutal parody of Harry's visionary 2025 speech? Yep, based on the real deal. He stood on the global stage calling for a greener planet, but it was a word salad of vague hopes with zero concrete plans. Fans wanted a roadmap, got a maybe someday, and a sight of private jet fumes instead.
Well, I just think some people might say that your Instagram-loving wife actually doesn't want her privacy. How dare you, sir? My Instagram-loving wife has always wanted her privacy. And you know what else? To hell with Canada, we are leaving. We'll go find some quiet place where we can be normal people. Come on, wife. We want privacy. We want privacy. We want privacy.
Well, you know it's bad when your PR tour lands you a little skit, a great skit, on South.
South Park grabbed Harry's biggest weakness and ran full speed with it, showing animated Harry stumbling through a recycled speech, blurting out gems like, "Let's go green for the future of something." It's hilarious, but honestly, it hits way too close to home. Critics on both sides of the Atlantic agree Harry's got a massive platform, but rarely uses it for real change. Most of his speeches, PR stunts dressed up as climate activism, are more about saving his brand than saving the planet. And South Park didn't stop there. They dragged Meghan Markle into the roast, too. In a quick, savage scene, Meghan hands Harry a weekly fame goal checklist. Benames at thetechnext.net. A perfect jab at their ultra-managed media circus, making it clear their causes might be more about chasing headlines than actually making a difference.
I know. Hey, everybody. Right there, we have the author of the new bestseller, Spare. I'm here with Prince Harry. Prince Harry. Harry. I believe you said I could call you Harry.
I actually said you can call me whatever you want.
Okay, well, obviously, because we're such dear friends. Liar!
Let's be real. Harry and Meghan's causes look more like PR plays than real passion. Netflix deals, memoirs, Spotify gigs, all while claiming to be victims of media intrusion. South Park didn't exaggerate. It just exposed the gap between their words and actions. Cartoon Harry isn't a world changer, he's a spotlight addict clinging to relevance. And Harry's real-life reaction? Rage. Pure, royal meltdown rage. He saw the episode as a personal attack, not just on his work, but on his ego. But hey, if you preach from the pedestal, expect people to check if you're walking the talk. This backlash? Loud, public, and deserved. Harry wants the fame, just not the fallout. Next up, his forgotten Travalyst campaign. Spoiler, it flopped.
Every week, I'm genuinely surprised by what happens with the Sussexes. There's always something that happens.
That's the neat thing. You don't.
Travalyst was supposed to be Harry's big eco-win, promoting green tourism and responsible travel. But beyond a sleek website and some vague promises, it's been all sizzle, no steak. No major policies changed, no big travel shifts, just another celeb project with buzzwords and zero bite. And while preaching sustainability, Harry's been racking up air miles on private jets to glitzy events. That hypocrisy? South Park didn't invent it. They just held up a mirror and turned the sarcasm to full volume.
My team has come up with 15 questions that are scientifically calculated to plumb the depths of anyone, to reveal their soul to the world, as good as your book is, and it is. This is really going to open you up to the world. Are you prepared to be known by the world after you answer what history will call the Colbert Questionnaire?
Boring! South Park didn't create the mess. It just slapped a spotlight on it. The episode dropped right when Harry's credibility was hanging by a thread. From the drama in Spare, to the Oprah sob fest, to his royal fallout with Charles and William, Harry's no longer seen as a changemaker. He's the poster boy for contradiction. Wants privacy, signs Netflix deals.
Can we rally him up here and finally have our own privacy? My love, I will do anything.
Wants to change the world, sells his drama to streaming giants. South Park just did what everyone else was too polite to do. Say it loud, say it funny, and say it with zero filters. 20 minutes of savage truth. And honestly, it hit harder than any royal scandal ever could.
We want privacy! We want privacy!
Envision 2025 was meant to be Harry's comeback tour, a shot at redemption after months of media overexposure. But instead of rising as a climate leader, he crash-landed into a global roast. His keynote? Polished, sure, but behind the pretty words? No vision, no urgency, no real action, no goals, no policy ties, just another buzzword buffet made for the cameras. People were left asking, was this leadership or just brand maintenance? South Park didn't just roast the moment they rebranded the whole summit. Not a mission, just another performance.
A bit of a useful idiot as well, going off to China to sort of, I don't know, he's lending his support, isn't he, really?
He's pretty reckless, or he's pretty comfortable with just going anywhere in the world without thinking about the consequences.
The internet didn't just laugh, it erupted. Hashtags trended, memes exploded, and South Park's parody hit harder than any headline. Why? Because it said what many were already thinking. Harry talks climate, but flies private. Craves privacy, but signs Netflix deals. The Envision 2025 summit? A missed chance. His speech lacked vision, urgency, or substance, just more recycled PR. South Park didn't ruin Harry, it exposed him, a public figure caught between activism and ego. Now, silence is his loudest response. No royal comeback, no bold leadership, just contradiction after contradiction. Prince Harry wanted the spotlight, he got it, but this time, it burned. And as always, thanks for tuning in. We don't just report stories, we expose the truth behind them.